into the chair. I have something I want to talk to you guys about. Let's straighten this shot. I saw a quote pretty recently that I wanted to address. I heard this quote on a podcast or something, and I wrote it down in my notebook, and I have been thinking about it for days. If you clicked on the video, you know that the quote is, "Don't be afraid to be seen trying." This is what I want to talk about. And I also was going to film this video last week, and then I just saw earlier this week, at the time that I'm filming this, that Evelyn from the internets just posted a video titled the same thing, and I watched hers, and I totally agree with her. And I want to clarify that this is not a spin-off of her video. It's just my own interpretation of the same topic. And I wanted to talk about this quote and this concept particularly in reference to artists and creative art making, because I think that this YouTube channel, specifically my YouTube channel, is a great example of this concept, which is that it's embarrassing to sit places by yourself and talk to a camera. And not for everybody, but it is for me, for sure. And it's embarrassing, it feels embarrassing to tell people you have a YouTube channel, and it feels embarrassing when people say they watched your videos and they know you in real life, and that you feel sometimes, for me, at least in my experience, I feel a little cringe. And I think that's where this quote really comes into play, where it's like, don't be afraid to be seen trying. Like, now at this point, this channel is monetized. I actively make some, although not a lot, money from this channel. So I feel that I've hit success with this channel. Like, I don't think that's the metric, but at least it's like a tangible form of legitimacy, and I've passed a threshold that YouTube has kind of put on their creators. I feel less embarrassed now than I did before talking about it and telling people about it, but I think there's something to be said about the way that sometimes artists hold themselves back because it's embarrassing to be seen trying, or you feel embarrassed about the idea of being seen trying. And whether that is bombing in your comedy show and telling a joke to people that don't laugh, or it's starting a YouTube channel and it having 300 subscribers and you've been working at it for 6 months and it's not growing at the speed that you want it to. I think, how do I put this simply? Fuck that. I don't know. I think the quote just really sums it up beautifully. Don't be afraid to be seen trying. It's not embarrassing to try. It's not embarrassing to want to do something. And a concept that I came into this YouTube channel with for myself and my own headspace about how I wanted to approach this channel was, people will take it seriously if I take it seriously. And I took it seriously from day one. Like, this is a job to me and I love it, but I take it seriously as if it were a job. I am very diligent and disciplined. It sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm very driven and disciplined with my schedule because I believe that that works and have seen that it works in the space of YouTube. So I take it seriously, and so I do it at that level. And I think other people recognize that, but also if I were to like have the people I went to high school with see that, I would probably be kind of uncomfortable. I've been making these sort of shorter videos where I just kind of talk about something that's been on my mind, and this quote has really been sitting at the front of my mind for a couple of weeks now. And I think it was just important to mention and to comment on, because especially now, especially in the current situation of the world that we're in, where everybody's isolated and you don't really, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm not on Instagram anymore, but I don't feel like I am pressured by what I think other people are gonna say about me anymore, because I don't feel like I care anymore. I'm not in school, so I don't interact with people on a regular basis like that. And then I just feel like my own person. I don't know. I feel like I used to be more embarrassed about what I thought that people would think about me, or this is becoming such a self-indulgent video. I don't want to keep going down this rabbit hole. I think it all comes down to this idea that you're really never too old to do anything, and it's never too late, and our bucket lists should reflect that and not things that like are necessarily, I don't know, like I feel like this is so hard to explain. Like, one day I want to learn to sing. I can't sing right now, and I'm not very musical, but I think it's something you can learn, and it's something you can practice and put diligent time and effort towards and get better at. And I don't think that there's a point in my life where I'll be too old to do that, even though the perception is that either you know how to do that or you don't. Same as drawing. I don't think that that's true. I think you can just learn whenever you want. And once you allow yourself to think that way and allow yourself to be a beginner on display, it changes everything. Suddenly you can do whatever you want. You can be whoever you want with the efforts of learning. Like, oh, you want to speak multiple languages? Great, start studying and you can learn multiple languages. It's really that easy. Dedicate time to something and get past the stage of being a beginner and suddenly you are better at that thing. And I think this specifically in like a post-schooling life. I'm 25 at this point. I've been out of school for 3 years and I feel like I'm just now starting to settle into this desire of wanting to learn and wanting to expand myself and having to confront that feeling of being a beginner and that embarrassing feeling of not being good at something that I'm trying. But I think once you power through that and once you're able to recognize that all it is a feeling, all it is you feeling stupid, you're not actually stupid. In fact, you're getting smarter, or you're getting better, or you're improving, or you're putting in a concerted effort. There's nothing embarrassing about that. In fact, it's admirable. And I don't know. I think it's just like an unlearning that I'm going through right now. It sounds kind of crazy. Let me know in the comments if you think this is crazy or if you picking up what I'm throwing down, because I don't know. I feel like I'm onto something here. And I just had to get my message out and across. And I hope it translated and I hope you pick up some of this and I hope you enjoy this kind of video. This is the second of this kind of video where I just sit down and talk through an idea. If you want to watch the first one, it was where I talked about how I don't know what kind of an artist I am. They're short, there's not a lot to them, but I feel like I just have this thought and I want to share it, and I feel like sometimes y'all want to hear it. So, this is my dad's office. Anyway, let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts. Drop me a line in the comments. I'll try to respond. Respond to each other. I'll read them all for sure. Let's get some discourse going down there. Do you have any sort of line that triggers that same emotion in you where you're like, yes, I don't care. I'm gonna start doing this thing that I feel embarrassed about, but I'm gonna not care that I'm embarrassed and we're just gonna do it. Because for me, that's this. And I'm definitely not embarrassed anymore because there's like real people watching on the other side and leaving comments. And then they tell me that my videos make them feel better, and then that makes me feel better. And then they respond positive things to me. Like, okay. Before I started my YouTube channel, I'm gonna open up real big right here, right now. Before I started my YouTube channel, I tried a Twitch stream one time, but I was always worried about starting an art channel because I have 2 different sized thumbs. This is gonna sound so crazy. My thumbs are 2 different lengths, okay? I have brachydactyly type D. One of my thumbs is a little baby thumb, and the other one is normal sized, okay? Now you know. Now you know. Now you all know. I've come out clean about my deepest, darkest secret. The point is, I almost didn't start a channel. I didn't start a channel for several years because I was worried that people were gonna comment in the videos about my short thumb. First of all, not a single person has made a comment about my thumb at all. Nobody has made any sort of comment about my visual appearance in any context. I think somebody complimented my glasses and maybe my hair once. But so much of my paranoia about not wanting to put myself on the internet was like the fear of how people would respond, and I was like, people are gonna pick on this particular thing that I'm kind of embarrassed about. And it's like, nobody even noticed. There's like 600 minutes worth of my content on the internet on youtube.com. And like, not a single person commented on it. Why did I let that hold me back for so long? And also, a part of my body, man, I can't do anything about that. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. What are you gonna do, you know? So anyway, is that tangential? Tangential? Was that a tangent? Should I include that? Maybe I'll include this in the after credits. All right, well, if I left that idea in, I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, get out of your own way, okay? That's my advice. Happy snow day. Happy Wednesday. Happy end of 2020. Let's get out of this year and let's try new things and be embarrassed about them in 2021. And let's just rock and roll on that, because why not? What else are you gonna do in this life? You're gonna be shitty at something for the rest of your life? Okay, thank you so much for watching. My name is Sophia Mitropoulos. I put out new videos on Wednesdays and Fridays. Sometimes about art, sometimes about art-related things, sometimes just about me. Sometimes I don't know what's happening with this channel anymore, but it's me, and I make videos and I put them on the internet on Wednesdays and Fridays, and that's what happens here. So subscribe if you want to see more. Sign up for my Patreon if you want to help me out. I love you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye!